Hello there, this is Kat Hudson from kathudson.com. Today I'm bringing you this video to discuss with you self-branding. Self-branding through YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. We all know now that these channels are being utilised more than ever for internet marketing. So this video is to teach you the benefits of self-branding for these 3 social media channels, why you would do it, and most importantly, how to get it done. So why would we self-brand? Well, in our brains, we remember things by way of repetition. We have a deep-seated memory, and we don't often remember why we remember something, but we do remember things that we see over and over and over again. When you're branding yourself, it's important to set yourself above your competition. Most importantly, to stand out and to be seen as a leader in your field or your industry or your niche. So a great way to do this, if you're using social media to spread the word about your business, is to be branded, and this importantly allows people to be able to recognize you over and over and over again. So with my branding, I chose to use a Flipmino. I chose this purely because I really love to market with video, and it was just something a little bit different, and I thought, well, people are more than likely going to remember that Flipmino. My name was also an important part of my branding. My actual real name is Katarina Mikic. When I first started marketing, I was marketing under katarinamikic.com, and everything was Katarina Mikic. But my name isn't easy to remember, and even worse than that, it's actually really hard to spell. So Hudson being my name when I get married, I chose to use that, and purely by accident, I just went Kat Hudson, Kat because it's easier to spell, but because people associate it with Kate Hudson, it gets remembered. My website traffic tripled overnight once I made this simple little change. So that was the first step in my personal branding. The next thing I did was outsource a designer to build me, to design me a background that I could use throughout all of my social media. I don't like to use paid advertising. I really enjoy social media marketing. So I wanted to be able to stand out against my competition and be seen as being different. So I went and utilized a service which designed me a background, which I have used throughout all 3 channels. You can see here, this is my Facebook design. So anybody that comes and finds me on Facebook will automatically see the Flipmino. This is my YouTube channel. Once again, the Flipmino and the same background as what I'm using over here on Twitter. Now, this is great for building relationships, and it does help people remember you. So that is why I have gone through and had all of the sites designed like this. Now, with my kathudson.com, I had this done by an this was the first thing I had done. So this is actually due now to be redesigned, and it will follow the same theme as all of my other social media pages. So it stays the same throughout. And then when I build a company, which I've got a company that I'm building at the moment, it's the same idea. I keep all of my branding the same throughout so people recognize it and remember it. I make sure my names are catchy, my domain names are catchy, and that people will understand what I'm taking them to when they see the domain name. I chose attraction marketing theme to host this on purely because it, social media is about attraction marketing and building relationships. So I had that domain name already, so I thought, it was really appropriate for what I was about to show you today. The next thing I did for my branding was to make a slideshow for all of my videos. I'll just quickly play the beginning of this for you so you can see what I mean. Okay, so that's the start of my video, and what I've actually done in my movie program is I've created a introduction and ending, and also a couple of different little montages that I use for different videos. And I'll just quickly show you what I've done here in my iMovie. I use a map to market. You can do this on Windows machines. I just don't use them. So I made some montages. So I've got a beginning, And then I've also got a little clip I made for my Twitter channel. The reason I love to market with video is because it is completely viral. If somebody likes your content, they're willing to share it. And you know, you can now put your videos everywhere. You've got TwitVid, Facebook, you know, YouTube, and not only that, you can also use there are ways to distribute your videos to hundreds of different channels, all keyword loaded and targeted at the specific audience you're aiming for. So you can actually change your keywords around to hit a completely different set of keywords every time, which is just fantastic. So not only do you have the power to use keywords to target your audiences, but you've also got the power to be able to share your videos in these social networks where people can share them freely. And you know, you're getting all this free traffic, and not only free traffic, but targeted traffic to whatever it is you're doing. So whatever product it may be, or website, and you know, you might change that. What I also like to do when I'm making my videos is put throughout my content, I may actually load in a text box. So, you know, I might put a text box in there, so I might have a website going somewhere on my video. Okay, so now we've discussed self-branding, why you would do it, and now I just want to reveal to you how I would do it. What I've actually done with these videos is I've gone to a site called One True Media. It costs $5 a month. I signed up and I created an account. And what I did was I actually, once I'd outsourced my design, I come in and I just grabbed a little copy of my picture, and then I went in and I used PowerPoint to create the slides that you can see that are being used in my video, and also, you know, as my introduction to these videos. So I just used PowerPoint to create you know, my branding for my videos to import into here, One True Media. So I'll just sign in quickly and I'll show you that. Okay, so when I go into my montage, which was the last one I did, my really short clip for Twitter, because TwitVids are really highly compressed, I wanted a really short little intro. So I made my short intro for Twitter, and this One True Media is fantastic. So these are all just slides you can see running here right now. Okay, and you can edit them. And what you do is you actually go in and you upload your PowerPoint, so you've got your different slides, and then you can go in and choose the style you want. So that'll be how, you know, the slide is actually brought up, how it's turned around, and, you know, how it's presented on your video. So I find that really, really powerful. Try and keep them short, because people don't like to sit through a whole heap of an introduction, which you've probably even realised yourself. So One True Media, like I said, $5 a month, really cheap. You don't even have to keep your subscription going once you've done your montage. I use this quite often when I'm doing different projects, so I've decided to keep my account open. Below I've included some links for you, so you can go and check out how to get this done for yourself for low cost. I highly recommend the two companies. I've used them both for different projects, and I've also seen other work they've done. They've been amazing, and I'm sure you will be totally thrilled with the results you achieve. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. Let's connect over at YouTube or Twitter. As I said, I love to build relationships in social media with like-minded people. So I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care, and thanks for watching.